Yo, what is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome to a brand new Locals feature match. Here we are in round 2 for April 15th's Locals. Under the camera, we've got Rikka, Sanavalon, Therion versus Scareclaw Adventure. And let's go ahead and hop right into this one here. I believe we are going to see the Rikka Sanavalon deck go first. My friend Adam on the right there piling the deck, and my friend Johnny on the left piling the Scareclaw deck. So we're going to see him normal summon Seed, link that into Dryas, and end up not using Dryas effect. He already hard opened the Sowing, so trying to play around Droll and Lockbird just a little bit, if not possible, at least to try to get one search off of the Jasmine, as this particular line will lead into. Is going to link off into Jasmine, Aromage Jasmine, Aroma Seraphy Jasmine. Yeah, it's been a little while. And then link into Dryas, then into Healer. Healer will target the Dryas to gain 300 life points times that link monster's link rating, Sanavalon link. So we'll just gain 300 here, and then since he gained life points, you can proc the effect of Jasmine to search a plant, and he's going to go ahead and go for the Therion Lilyborea. That is going to be met with a Droll and Lockbird on resolution. Who would have thought? So yeah, had he searched for that Sowing there unnecessarily, that could have led to one less search of a plant body there, and that of the Lily. And he's going to use the other effect of Jasmine tripping off the Healer to go ahead and summon out Petal. And Petal, interestingly, can search or send. It's kind of like Infinitrack, River Stormer. It can search or send. So sending the Rikka Princess to the graveyard to act as a monster negate, have that live for next turn so long as he has a Rikka monster on field. And now going to go ahead and commit the Rikka Snowdrop, the Rikka Princess, to the board, and that will also summon out a copy of Petal. And then he's going to go ahead and use Sheet to set, or rather Con to set. He's going to get Sheet in play, and now he's going to go for Dance Peon, trying to hit into a plant, and unfortunately whiffs there. So that could have been pretty huge if he ended up hitting a plant, since he does have a level 4 engrave. So could have gotten access to Strenna, but I guess he can still do it just with the Lilyborea. So it doesn't really make too big of a difference there. I guess hitting an extra name would have been not, you know, it really wouldn't, I don't think, change the overall end board, because he's still going to get access to Bengalancer and the Strenna with Sheet, which is honestly like pretty much the full board. So yeah, Melius will bring back the Loci that was engraved, then quickly link off the Loci and the Melius into Bengalancer, then Strenna's going to add back Snowdrop for next turn. So like really, really good for playing through Droll there. It could have ended on probably Regulus as well, had he not been hit with the Droll. So it took a little bit of a different route, and then we're just going to see him pass there. And we're going to see our Scareclaw player lead with the Enchantress. That's going to grab Right. Right's going to go ahead and get activated in response. We're going to see him chain Griffin Rider. So Griffin hits the board, then the token, Omni Negate already live, and placing that Fateful Adventure down. And as is, could easily just take out the Griffin and the token with Sheet if he wanted to do so, and still have, you know, 1, 2, 3 interruptions left on top of that, plus Petal follow-up. A lot going for this Rikka end board. Still very impressed to see the board that was made under Droll and Lock. And, I mean, this is one thing that I always enjoyed about playing Rikka, is anytime you went against an Adventurer deck, you could just completely delete, you know, the Griffin and the token at any point. And since the Sheet is tributing for cost, you can either get rid of the token or the Griffin, and they do not have a chance to respond because the token or the Griffin is no longer on the board to meet the activation requirement of Griffin. Since it's already in the grave as soon as that effect happens. Yeah, paying cost, very, very powerful thing. Can't respond to cost. You know, not even cards like Solemn Judgment can stop somebody from paying cost. It's very, very good. So now we're gonna go ahead and see him search a monster off of Fateful and discard. Looks like he discarded an extra Enchantress there. And then we're going to see him activate Scareclaw Cashtira, which banishes a Scareclaw or a Cash from hand or grave once it is summoned. And we're going to see that get negated by Princess, tributing Strenna. That will trigger Strenna on a new chain to go ahead and basically rank up into a rank 5 or higher Plan Exceeds. It's going to be Snowdrop the Rikka Queen, or teardrop the Rikka Queen, rather. And that is just going to be a tribute. And then he also has access to a bounce from Bengal Lancer. So that is just going to signal the end of game 1. Despite getting drolled, Scareclaw, Cash not able to push through the board there into a game 2 situation. Quick reminder to check out Imperium Duelist if you have not, guys. I do have a discount code through them, have had one for quite some time. Winner kills 10 off. You guys shop and check out using that. Well, if you shop and use that discount code at checkout, you'll save 10% on your entire order and support the channel in the process. And yeah, if you guys do end up picking anything up using my code, I really, really appreciate it. And we're going to see Scareclaw go first here, linking into Lightheart, and that Primitive Planet is going to grab the Visa Starfrost here, which I think is now confirmed for a Starlight rare in Cyberstorm Access, or it might have been Dueling Nexus, but I think it's Cyberstorm Access. And then going into another Lightheart, and then we're going to see him activate, I think that was the Reborn, yeah, Scareclaw Arrival, bringing back, I think that was Astra, yeah, Astra, and then special summoning out Rikka. And it'll be able to search for a Scareclaw card, and then on resolution, pretty much the same thing like Engage. Since there are 3 or more defense position monsters on the field, you can draw a card on top of that. So it's literally like Engage, just a slightly different requirement. The Rikka will get Ashed, though. And then we're going to see him plan B into a Saryuja Skull Dread. It's been a long time since I've seen a Saryuja Skull Dread resolve on this channel. I literally couldn't even tell you the last time I saw someone summon Saryuja. And it's crazy, too, because that card is still insane. The fact that it's not a hard once per turn, and the fact that it can also be used as link material. It's almost like a custom card. I'm not even going to lie. It's pretty crazy. But he does find a way into Magician's Soul, so drawing 4 wasn't enough. We're going to try to draw 5 cards. Let's see if he gets rid of anything else. He does not, just getting rid of the Primitive Planet, and then using the effect of the Saryuja to bring out, I think, Balone out of the hand into the Triheart. Triheart is going to revive one. It's going to be the Astra, and I think that's going to allow him to get another search. Slowly learning all these Scareclaw cards, as I've had the opportunity to commentate over these matches quite a bit. A lot of Scareclaw. I think he's one of the only duelists in our locals that does play Scareclaw, and he plays it well. Definitely plays it well. So we're going to see him pass there, opening what seemingly might have been a little bit of an awkward hand, ending on, well, and also not having access to any adventure cards is kind of rough too. And I think with the hand that he had there, had he found a right, he would have been able to use it, since I don't think he used any normal summon effects. But yeah, there's Gamma Seal. That's going to go ahead and delete the Triheart, and we're just going to go ahead and see him normal summon Seed. That's a combo right there. Normal or special summon Gamma Seal for your boss monster. Normal summon a Vanilla. Starts to sweat profusely. We're gonna see him add a copy of Sunvine Sowing on resolution. There's Troll and Lockbird. He draws Droll like it's his job, ladies and gentlemen. Take notes. Then we're gonna see him activate the the Sowing. That's gonna get ashed, and then he's gonna go into battle phase. Use the secret jutsu. Go ahead and take damage, gain it back, summon out Thrasher. Thrasher attack in after he gains 800, so bring it up to 16. Link 2 into the Hail Mary Dance Peon. And let's see if our plant duelist gets lucky here. How much of a plant duelist are they? Reels Primula, Droll, and Talons. One plant is better than no plant. Now has access to Bengal Lancer, which is kind of nice, but there is a Nibiru. And that would have also made Sheet live too, since he did have a Rikka on board. So that Dance Peon, well, completely RNG-based card, did open up a lot of opportunities for him there, but Nibiru, the Primal Being, says otherwise. We're going to see him set one, which I think it might just be a bluff at this point, and pass turn. We're going to see our Scareclaw player finally get into the Adventure Engine this game, ripping that Enchantress off the top, activating Right, getting Token and Fateful, and normal summon Rikka, which I think we knew he had in hand for follow-up from that Triheart search. And at this point, I think they also realized they made a slight mistake, as they are out of Lighthearts at this point. And yeah, one other thing too, had that Nibiru not been there, he could have not only, played the Con, set Sheet, or even a Glamour, although Glamour wouldn't have done much under Joel. So going to set Sheet, linked into Melius, into Bengal Lancer. Bengal Lancer bounces back that Gamma Seal. So now whatever play he makes, you know, on the following turn is going to be immediately threatened by a Gamma Seal tributing it over, putting a lot of pressure on to make a lot happen that turn or try to go for game. But that Nibiru again coming in so clutch. I'm going to go into another Triart here, though, just kind of a plan B, bringing back Astra and searching out a Rykart, special summoning Rykart, and there are 3 defense position monsters on the field, the Nibiru token included. So we'll go ahead and get to search after, or get to draw after searching, rather. And looking at adding, I think that's Scareclaw Twin Saw, but going to go for, I want to say that's Defanging. Yep. Get the draw on top of that. Defanging, continuous spell. And says you can banish the Scareclaw, link monster from your field or graveyard, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. So an interesting pop there. And then linking into another Triheart, summoning out Astra and searching Scareclaw Kashtira and summoning Scareclaw Kashtira. And I think this is going to be game now because I believe the Triheart has additional attacks on it now from another effect, and that's just going to be game on board, especially with that Scareclaw Cash being able to attack and defense at 2,600. And we're into game 3. The all-important game 3 situation. So we're going to see him normal summon. Well, not normal summon. Who needs a normal summon when we have Unexpected Die? So Unexpected Die is going to bring out Loki. Loki into Dryas. And I don't think he's Surge Sowing there. I think, again, trying to play around Droll, just like we saw in game 1. Unless because I looked away at that moment. So he might have searched, he might not have. So we're going to see him link into the Dryas, the second Dryas, into that Healer. Healer will target Dryas and gain life points to go ahead and search. And there's a Droll Logbird, yeah. So he definitely didn't search that sowing. Hard opening it there. And again, some people might be a little upset about hard opening a card like that, but it's definitely coming in very clutch here as Droll is dropped again. Again, like you said, he opens it like it's his job. So it's going to go ahead and tribute off Healer now. And this is going to go ahead and summon any plant from the deck. Now, we did see game 1, though. Our Rikka San Avalon player win from this position, this exact position, getting drolled on the resolution of the Jasmine search after gaining 300 life points. And we're going to see him bring out Rose Whip, though. So going for a little bit of a different line. Rose Whip acting as a bit of a floodgate here. Going to go into Melius, bring back Seed into Bengal Lancer. And just going to try to possibly play off the Bengal Lancer protecting the the Rose Whip. But he also does have 1-for-1. That's going to discard Rikka Princess, bringing out the Petal. And then we're going to see him dump another Princess, because again, Petal sends or adds, and getting access to Sheet too. So, not as crazy as end board I think he was able to end on after game 1 getting Droll, but still really solid. You've got Rose Whip, which is going to make it so that he can only activate 1 spell or trap this turn. And that could be pretty tough given that, you know, he is playing the adventure package. The field spell is pretty important. You know, there are plenty of other spells and traps in the deck that he'd like to be able to activate over the course of the turn. So we're going to see him summon Griffin Rider. He'll pay 2,000 gladly to bounce that back as he attempts to leave main phase there to protect that Rose Whip. And again, still has access to a monster negate because he does have Petal on field. He does have Princess Engraved. We're going to see him normal summon Astra. And this could be where he potentially wants to link into Lightheart. You know, potentially looking at maybe going for Sheet here. Or do you just let him link into the Lightheart? And then you could even negate with Princess tributing off the Lightheart. But then we're just going to see him special summon on resolution Rykart. And there are 3 defense position monsters on the field. I mean, no fault of our Rikka player. I mean, you kind of want to have those monsters in defense position. Just working out in favor here for our Scareclaw player, just out of the simple attack positions of the opponent's monsters. So he'll get to search, he'll get to draw. Letting that go through, and then on resolution, we're going to see him tribute off Rykart, take Astra. So he's gotten a search, he's gotten a draw. He says, you know what, that's fine, because he still can only activate 1 spell or trap this turn. And I do see Draco back, I do see Primitive Planet, and I think the other card is Defanging. We know Griffin Rider's in hand too, and I think Nibiru might have been the 6th card, as it is a really, really great 6th card, as we all are aware of. Fantastic 6th card. We're going to see him activate Arrival, I believe, Scareclaw Arrival, and that is going to bring back Rikka. It's actually pretty ironic that it's called Arrival, since I think Con was originally translated as Rikka Arrival, I believe. So we're going to see him link into Lightheart. And, yep, that's fine. Go ahead and add the Print of a Planet, since he cannot activate it this turn, since he already activated their 1 spell / trap. And then we're going to see him set 2. Pass turn, end phase, a couple things happening. The Astra returning back to the opponent's field because of Sheet, and the Petal also returning itself back to the field, since all monsters you control were plant. And yes, the even if the order of operations was different, Sheet makes the monster takes a plant until the end of the turn as well. So we're gonna see him bring back the Petal, and looks like he ended up using the Con to set, and then activating Glamour, tributing off the Astra to go ahead and search 2. And it looks like he might go for 2 level 8s here. Gonna go ahead and grab the Therion Lily Borea. Not only is it a great search, just as a a level 8 plant body at 2400 attack, but it is a bridge into the Omni Negate for the Therion engine. So now we're going to see him activate Snowdrop, and they are now locked into plants, so there will be no Regulus on the table, but can also just bring out Lily for free. Because there are a couple things as a Rikka player you do need to keep in mind if you do play the Therion package. There are a couple things that lock you completely into plants. First being Petal's effect, second being Snowdrop's effect, and the third being Con's effect. So you can get access to Regulus so long as you have not used either 3 of those cards. We're going to see him go into the battle phase here, get in for as much damage as possible, assemble a Teardrop, the Rikka Queen, and pass turn there. More ways to protect this, the Rose Whip. And then we're going to see a Pointer get flipped, revealing Unexpected Die. How did Die get here? Gotta be one of my favorite names for a TCG exclusive. I know that's kind of random, but that's all I think about now anytime I see Unexpected Die is how did Die get here? That new TCG exclusive trap coming in Cyberstorm Access. Looks like he's going to rip the field spell out of the hand. He's going to go ahead and activate the Defanging, banishing Lightheart. And he's going to go ahead and pop the Teardrop. And then special summon out Bengalancer. He does have 4,300 life points left, so he could play the game here. Are you going to bounce this Griffin Rider back again at the cost of another 2,000 life points? It looks like he'll do exactly that. Just again, trying to protect that Rose Whip, put in as much work with that as he possibly can, and it is paying off yet again. A Pointer will return that card back to the opponent's hand, end phase Petal, and still slowly grinding this game out here for the Rikka deck. And Petal is going to go ahead and search out Mudon. And Glamour is going to get set off of the Con. And I think there was a little bit of a ruling thing there. You went to try to tribute the set monster with Con. But I believe since it's set in its opponent's card, I don't know if the wording there allows it to be tributed with Con, since it's not publicly known that it is a plant monster, even though it does make it a plant monster, or can act as a... I don't know. That's just how it ended up playing out there. So he just ends up tributing off the Petal, getting into the Strenna, and he'll be able to summon the Primula this time too, because a plant of his own was tributed. And looking at life points here, switches that Rose Whip into attack, and that's how you know things are getting real. 400 from the Rose Whip, and then 500 or 25 from the Bengalancer. That's exact game, and showing the opponent his opening hand, how it's very identical to, I think, to the hand they had in game 1. So last but not least, a big shout out goes to our current Divine level channel members who are Misfit 88 Cyber, Cadillac 84, and Pony Stark. Thank you guys so much as always for your extremely kind and very generous support of the channel.